I am not making this up. There appears to have been an organization that has unlimited access to resources and no accountability whatsoever. Formed 40 years ago under President Reagan, this institute, which calls itself US Institute of Peace, has been doing some very dodgy stuff, and their budget runs into millions of dollars. This is something that got unearthed by the DOGE, and this is interesting that somebody tried to block access to that. I'm not talking about the physical access block, that I'm going to come to in just a moment, but I'm talking about judicial block, and the judge actually allowed it. He said, well, I don't like what they are doing, that is the DOGE, but I won't block them from doing what they are doing. What happened? This is a major find, guys. Now the Trump administration is unearthing people, organizations within this beltway where it appears that there is no accountability whatsoever. And with millions of dollars of spending and up to 300 employees, what was this non-profit doing? We're going to see all that and more. USIP, is it like USAID? Well, it appears that there are some striking similarities. Before I jump in, a small request to all of you to like this video, because this is the first time somebody's talking about this institute called the US Institute of Peace. And when you go and look into what played out today when DOGE employees went there, this is laughable. Just sit tight and watch this. Trump and Elon Musk reportedly identified the United States Institute of Peace as a rogue government agency with no fiscal or congressional oversight. It was established in 1984 by a congressional legislation signed into law by the then President Ronald Reagan. USIP allegedly operates with 300 employees and a budget of hundreds of millions of dollars, yet lacks transparency and accountability. USIP staff were reportedly influencing foreign countries without any electoral mandate or oversight from Congress. Well, what happened? Trump allegedly sent DOJ officials to the USIP building on Friday, but they were denied entry by private security forces. Looks like this entity was being guarded by private security forces. Now, what had to be done was entry had to be established. Well, the people were not budging. So what Trump did was he dismissed the entire USIP board, signaling a direct intervention to regain control of the situation. On Monday, DOJ officials returned with FBI agents, but were again blocked by security until the DC police intervened. The DC police sided with the Department of Justice, and they said that USIP has to allow entry to the DOGE people, and that led to the removal of the USIP president. Now, Trump has appointed a new person, Kenneth Jackson, as the new president, and the previous leadership is completely gone. There were fears that hundreds of millions in taxpayer dollars were spent without proper oversight, with unknown activities conducted abroad. See how it is very similar to what happened under USAID? The revelation has sparked outrage over unelected officials influencing global policy, suggesting systemic negligence across other agencies too, other than USAID. People are now beginning to draw parallels to USAID, and the supporters are calling this a major breakthrough in reclaiming government accountability and dismantling the deep state infrastructure. As part of the broader reforms, the DOGE rebate checks, taxpayer kickbacks, which was calculated at around $5,000 per taxpayer, may now go up to $9,000 per taxpayer. The USIP is being compared to USAID, another agency that was previously criticized for foreign interference and financial irregularities. People are up in arms. Like I said, they went in front of a judge, but the judge said, no, I don't like what they are doing, but I can't stop them accessing the USIP. So now the incident is being portrayed as a broader movement to dismantle unaccountable government structures. The issue raises questions about how many unelected entities wield substantial power without public knowledge or consent. Emphasis is being placed on returning misappropriated funds to taxpayers with financial accountability as the top priority. The situation reflects a growing distrust in traditional government oversight and calls for transparent governance. So that's all we have for now. So you can see that now many places that were not even known to us are operating silently, stealthily, and they seem to be operating with unlimited budget. What does the peace in USIP mean? Were these people who are working here used to ensure peace in troubled regions, or was it something else? This is just the beginning. I'm sure as days go by, you'll see more into the inner workings of the USIP. I just thought you should know what is going on as a new parallel organization like the USAID has been unearthed, and well, it's all again being run on taxpayer dollars. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the